Hey, good evening. Welcome back to Stationeers. Going back to Venus. And make sure everything's running, and I think I'm finally going to break down and fix my darn atmosphere. Then I can close up my greenhouse and all that fun stuff. So, see how I want to handle that. So, we do have a storm front. Well, I don't even know if I'd really call it a storm front, but a front moving through. And just had some wicked wind blow through here, so I don't know what to expect. I thought women were from Venus, so I hope I don't find that there.
Cognition critical.
Okay, so, yeah.
Cognition low.
Cognition low. Let's get all suited up here. And I can actually probably get away with throwing that in. So, real quick, jump down below. And I've got the waistline. I have nitrogen, I have carbon dioxide, I have oxygen. So I have everything that I need to make a happy atmospheric system. Now, where I want to put everything, it's a different story. Thank you for the 3-stream streak. Yeah, so what do we... Trying to figure out where I want to put some atmospheric stuff. So, this... Cooling. Probably get away with putting my different things. Okay, so what I'm going to need is... the way I want to do it is I want to do it how I have been. Ooh. I could... you know what? Maybe I'll do active vents. Yeah, let's do active vents, because I think I can pull... Ooh. So I don't think a volume pump would be good. I think an active vent would indeed be better. So we'll have an active vent for each type. And I think that actually... Yeah, and a gas sensor. That actually makes sense to me. Okay, let's go ahead and pull out the chip here. Let's start programming before we even get anything else. So first we're going to define. Define. Okay, let's do... O2 ratio. Let's see, ratio O2. And we're going to have, I think, 30% there, minimum. This is minimum. Ratio N2. Let's also do 30%. Yeah, we'll do 30% nitrogen and 30% everything else. So we want a minimum of 30. And fine. Let's see, max pressure. I want to set that at 95. And real quick, so we need, I think it's 16 kPa total oxygen that we need, or is it 26? I forget. Will the Stationpedia have anything about that? I don't know. I'm trying to remember. Was there actually guides? Let's do a guides real quick. Temperature control, maybe? It's temperature, temperature, temperature. Radiators, wall heaters, coolers, air conditioners. Okay. Nope, definitely not that. Let's take a look at EVA suits. See if any of this information is actually pertinent. And pressure, humans can tolerate it, blah, blah, blah. Filters. Okay. Hey, evening there, Surreal. Well, that's okay. Yeah, the plight of actually getting ads to play when you want them to. It's a strange one. So if I'm just gonna say 20. Well, actually, what do I set this set to? 30? No, yeah, so let's make it 30 kPa, and I want to have minimum of 0.3, so we'll divide it by 0.3. 100? 100 kPa? Total pressure? That's not quite right. 20 divided by 0.3, it's 66. Okay. Alright, fine. We'll go with 65 minimum pressure. And we will alias enable O2, alias enable N2, alias enable CO2, alias enable exhaust. Minimum pressure. Trying to figure out how I want to do this. So 0.2. I'll also do 0.2. So that accounts for 70% of the atmosphere. Let's see. How do I want to do this? So what I want to do is kind of create a circulation, so that way I can filter out any gases that shouldn't be present in the system, for one. And that would be the idea of throwing them into the waste pipe. So we're going to shoot for this. Yeah, okay, so I think I got an idea there. Enable exhaust port, there we go. So initialization, set batch, and this is where we would define more stuff. So define hash for a vent. It's going to be the active vent. The active vent. There we go. Let's do that. We will also need to define the sensor. Gas sensor, we will need one of those. And set batch H vent. On to 0. We'll turn everything off. Testing this stream so far, so good. Then I remembered the true test is when you play WoW. Yeah, so WoW, I have a lot of problems with the frame drop and everything, so yes, that is the true test. But I did also open it up so some devices don't get clamped while we're on the actual fiber internet. SBA sensor. No, actually. There we go. That's good. Okay, main. We always start with a yield. We go to main. So first off, let's load batch. Do I just want to load batch by name? You know what? Here's what I'm going to do. I am going to alias reference. Reference sensor. Load batch by name into reference sensor is going to be, that's not how you spell sensor. Device hash is the sensor. Name hash is going to be, you know what? I don't even need a name. Reference ID and maximum, minimum, doesn't matter. Sum, average, hopefully only one. Okay, branch equals 0, reference sensor, go back to main. Or even init. Maybe that's it. Maybe that's the way to go. Okay, so now we have a good reference ID, supposedly, for our sensor. We need to load load into R15 from our sensor. The logic type is going to be ratio oxygen. Yes. Set less than enable O2 if A is less than B. So if our set ratio is less than our defined ratio, enable O2. Then we go again here. Same thing, but we do it for nitrogen. And same thing. And again for carbon dioxide. Okay, so there we go, that. And we load R15. Let's do pressure. And we're going to enable O2 with okay, set less than, set less than R15s. R15 has to be less than next pressure. There we go. So now we're going to and. Stream on my end would buffer constantly when I tried to watch. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Well, tomorrow I will be doing a little bit of WoW so we can test that theory out. But right now you can say we're hammering it. So if it's working okay right now, it's probably okay. I haven't had any network drops either, so that's good. So yes, enable O2. Enable O2 versus R15. We're going to do the same thing with nitrogen. And also with CO2. So this way, if it's overpressure, it will shut those all off. Set greater than enable exhaust. Is that what I called it? Yeah, exhaust. If R15 is greater than min pressure. There we go. And the enable will always basically be on. Okay. So now we're going to set batch by name, and we will have to name these. So vent name hash is going to be O2. Mode is going to be vent.inward. Yeah, vent.outward. That's where it needs to be. So we're going to make sure that these are set properly. And CO2, and then we will copy this, and it will be, instead of mode, it will be on and based on enable. On enable O2. On enable N2. on, enable CO2, and set batch H vent hash. Ooh, how do I, let's see. Vent? Sure. Mode, vent, dot, inward. Enable the exhaust. So that should work. It should turn vents on and off. Now this should all go into the atmospherics. Okay, first off, let's punch up a couple chips. I need housings too, I think, or maybe not. Chips, and I think 5 is a good number. I don't have enough gold there. Yep, I don't have enough gold. It's one of those things I could go up top for. I will have to go outside for. And while we're at it, I think this was to... Oh, I know what that is. That's the chutes. Yeah, there we go. That's to go outside. Let's see what we got for traders. Maybe we'll have a... Oh, we got one of those already out there. None. None of which I want to do anything with. Okay, so let's go ahead and carry this cardboard box out here with me. Let's go and... find my brain. Gold, right. Let's talk to this guy, see what he needs. What do you need? What are you gonna sell? You're gonna sell me? Oh yeah, salt. I forgot about that, salt. Unprocessed ore, so technically I could get some cheap ore out of the deal. Actually that's a thought. You know what? We have enough. We have enough cheap ore. Wow. Let's go over here, and I really need to color code these. Actually, easier to gold. Okay. Aha. Thank you. That's what I need. So much nicer that I don't have to punch it up, but I need to... Yeah, so the next step of that is going to be piping it over to the machines that need the order. I turned that off a little bit too soon, but that worked out. Okay. That'll work. Throw that in there. Turn this back on. Okay, so we're gonna... Okay. Export. Export. Boom. Okay. Oh, there's a chip right there. I don't have any housings here. Interesting. Fascinating. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and pull that back out. Open this up. We'll do another export. Go ahead and get housings ready to go. Housings. 10, ready to go. Export. The IC air handling. Okay, do that. Pull the lever. And put that in there, export, and then there we've got our 5 chips ready to go. Active vents, we need 4 per room. So active vent, let's go ahead and punch up 20. And you spit everything out. Oh, yeah, okay. Copper steel solder. Copper, oops. Dang it. Copper. Steel solder. The solder's right there. Ran out of steel. We don't have silicon there. Steel. Iron, gold, copper. Gold. Copper. Iron. Am I out of steel? No, steel's right here. Okay. There we go. Let's try that again. Yeah! So this right here has got its own inwards very limited. Yeah, there's a little bit of a... These need a little bit more hysteresis on them, I think. Let's see. Right, technically speaking, I could throw it here. Maybe. Yeah, let's. We probably want to wrap it around. Ooh. Ooh, that is a good question. How would I want to handle that? How indeed would I want to handle that? Okay. Well, I'm going to slap them like that. And then I think what I should do is close these off so I have this contained just in case. I can drop this here just in case. That's backwards. Okay, and get that ready to get hooked up. So what I want to do is actually pop this, maybe a couple of those. See, there's 100 kPa in here, so I'm only going to have 100 and some across the differential. I can't see. That's about right. Oh, I'm going to have to pop that off anyway. Okay. Alright. Gas sensors. We have sensors, so that's no problem. I thought we had sensors. They're probably in another kit caboodle. Okay, fine. Sensors. We'll go ahead and print off another 10. As soon as this is done printing. got the vents. Pop that one, pop that one. That's how we'll start. Grab one of these chips, throw it here. I've got these. You know what? I did it backwards. There we go. Do that. Do that. Okay, so here's the right here, and we can probably just. Nope. I need more cable. Okay. I must have something running there that I'm not aware of. Oh, that's probably, you know what? That's probably the pipe. That's gonna create some interesting things here. So pull ahead, pull that. Yeah, we got all these. So we're gonna have that, we're gonna have that, we're gonna have that. White and black. I need black pipe. And red can be used as needed. Okay. I've got brown pipe ready to go. Housing, that's good. Okay. Wait a minute. Wasn't that supposed to print off sensors? Yeah, it needs iron and gold. Spit it out. Okay. Alright, we'll get that going. We will trap ourselves right here. We'll put this on just in case, because I'm not exactly sure what I'm supposed to expect here. Pop that. That was vacuum. Okay, we're going to go one more. Okay. Alright. I do have some frames, so we will... I could do it the, yeah, we'll do it this way. Ooh, hang on. There's a thought here that I should have... Yeah, probably do that. Do that. You... That, yeah, that's right. Okay. Oh, I know why I didn't do that. I know why I didn't do that. Okay. So far it looks good, but I don't want to poison myself either. Am I stuck in the ladder? Wow. Okay. There we go. I must not have one in the corner over there. Do not. Okay. One more straight ahead. Of course, you can telepathically weld. Yeah, that's a cannon. Okay. Do that. All right. go. Now I should be able to do this without too much trouble. Okay, cool. Alright, step through there. Dig as deep as we can. Okay. Here we go. Alright, I'm happy with that. We'll check here. I don't think we have any contamination. Yeah, we got a little bit of hydrochloric acid, but whatever. We're good. Okay. That will work. So we now have a way of bringing pipes a little bit further over here. Over. Roger. 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 What's our vector, Victor? Okay. Let's go ahead and brown pipe. Ooh, I'm gonna need more steel pipe. So let's just start there. We are gonna start there. Okay, there's silicate. Oh my goodness, pick it up so I can make 114. Steel. That's silver. Okay, we need to dump what's in here. We do have a gas sensor. We'll patch it right there. Is it you? Yeah, it's you. You again? Yeah. Okay, steel. Go. I don't think I have any more silicon floating around, which is okay for now. We'll probably make a trip out for some of that, but let's do insulated pipe, and let's go ahead and punch up 100 of those. Do that. You can start spitting it out. We can do our whatever we need to do. So we're gonna have brown. That's right, because there's a pipe there. We're gonna make it blatantly obvious. Okay, 5. And that goes to there we go. That will make O2. Five. Up. Carbon dioxide. Five. 1, 2, down, and then that'll work. 2, 5. Okay, so now we can name these N2, CO2, O2, and vent. I think that wasn't the naming convention, right? Vent. Good. Okay, so that's how we do it. So this is all ready to go as soon as I get it plumbed. And we've got some pipe coming over here, and we will need it. So the red pipe was redundant. So that's a start. Is there any other stuff that was redundant? Nope. Okay. I mean, well, technically speaking, brown and, or no, yeah, brown and white were redundant. So we're gonna come over here, figure out how everything is. So obviously, brown. Start here. Start here. And then we do a T junction here. We can do a 3. Three-way. Boom. Okay. Now white. Where does that come? Ooh, yeah, that's a good question. How do I want to handle that kind of thing? So white comes on this wall. Goes this way. Goes this way. So we're gonna have it kind of here. Yeah, okay. That's a good question. How do we want to handle this? It's going to be right here. Steps out 1 from the wall. It's kind of bizarre how I have that set up, but hey. We will tee it here. And we will go 1 over, and then we'll bend back. Come this way, and then we can do our 10s from here, I think. This way, 5. Straight. There we go. So that comes all the way over here. We need more pipe. A lot of pipe. Evening, how goes fixing the base atmospherics? What are you doing to it? So my my initial way of dealing with the atmospherics was just have a mixed gas line, and then I never finished up pulling the gases I don't want out. Then I ran into a problem where I was actually pulling so much carbon dioxide out of the greenhouse that I couldn't actually keep up, even if I was forcing a bunch of stuff. So I am putting individual runs in now. Definitely a better way to do it, although it's not necessarily as energy efficient now. Okay, carbon dioxide. I'll figure out how I want to do this. Ah, crap. Okay, so this is probably a ghost I gotta deal with. That is... Yep, that's my main junk line. This actually doesn't really need to exist anymore. Okay, so I need to move this. Ooh. I'm going to... Yeah. Okay. So we're going to move it over to this wall. Okay, can I... I'm going to actually set it right there for now. Oops, that's probably 5. Okay, and we'll pop this back up. 3? No, it probably should be 2. Oh, there's some network drops. Yeah, keep the top lane clear. That's my call. Alright, we do that. Okay. We jet out. We go up. We misalign. Okay. Let's do that. 3. There we go. Okay, so right now, oh, those are disconnected. Okay. Right. Do that. Do I merge right here? Go around. Really should go around my greenhouse. Let's do this. Because that's there. That's interesting. Let's rework this a little bit. Let's rework this just a hair. So let's
Hunger caution.
go this way. This will be a little bit cleaner when it comes to dealing with that. Okay. There we go. Okay, ooh, we got a storm coming in. That's good. Okay, there we go. So now that pipe's not going to be in the way. This pipe will be. Okay, this is a round pipe. So we're going to bypass. I need to do that. Okay, let's join it here for now. Oh, good. That's just one section. And we can do this. We will. Yeah, we'll do that. That'll work. Okay, now we can, strategically, the pipe organ is in full song. Yeah, I overloaded my cooling system, and I still haven't caught up. I haven't found any vendors for Silenol, which is kind of my main limitation right now. So let's walk this pipe backwards without punching a hole in the floor. That would be bad. Oops. Okay, there we go. I finally be able to do something with that last row here. This has been an eyesore for, well, basically since I did it. Okay, careful not to screw this up. Switch this out to this. Okay. You. Okay. Switch. This will be another nice touch up. Okay. All right. There we go. Eventually I might fix the colors and all the other stuff associated here. There we go. Finally got the pipe that was in the middle of the greenhouse taken care of. Good. Bypassing that there. Let's go down here, make sure we're set. Good.
Jetpack
Whoa.
critical.
What are you doing, Mousy? Straight over. We don't necessarily want to do straight over. Okay, so yeah, let's see how I want to do about this. Thinking. Let's do. I think this makes the most sense for what what I'm thinking of. Well, I don't know. I don't know what makes sense. Let's get the nitrogen pipe over here, though. Okay, and 5. Okay, so nitrogen's going to come in. Yeah, I think nitrogen should be. Oh. Oh, come on. OBS, you're hiding stuff. Interesting idea of using active vents for each gas. Yeah, I've done something similar in the past, but this way I can punch up a ratio for like a greenhouse if I want more CO2 than anything. So the way that I originally wanted to do it was have the mixed gas and then have a filter pull out. Like if I have an excess of oxygen, pull that out so more air dumps in, but it didn't quite work out. Outside of the greenhouse, it might work okay. Let's see, I think we can get away with doing something like this. Go up, and let's go up. Three over. It's gonna look a little spaghetti-ish, but I didn't really think about how I was laying these out. Okay, there's that. And then we go straight up here. 1, and we'll just... I can still walk under that. Go up. Now, if this becomes a problem, I can always push it back 1. Or something. There's that. There's that. Okay, now we're over here again. I need more pipes. Let's see how many I've got dumped out. Just the 1. Okay. Let's see if I got more silicon. Let's see, oxygen is met up brown. So waste. This one, get away with that. Okay. Carbon dioxide is here. And nitrogen is here. I should eat, drink, and be merry, shouldn't I? Yeah. Okay, we're almost there. Up. Go. Okay. One, two. Okay, so I don't know if I don't think I have that hooked in over there. Okay, oxygen. We have oxygen. That's right. That's right. We don't have. It's a 10. Is that a? Can I make it a 5? Is that a 5? That's 5. No way that lined up just right. Oh no, not quite. Close enough. Alright, so I don't actually need that in there. Should... You know what? Give me a 5, 3, and a 1. Jump on the ladder from a peripheral, that's awesome. And we'll put a T here just so we have the ability to pull air in. Inward. Be good. My pressure is getting a little bit high in here, so that'll help me bleed off some of that. Okay, so let's go Move this over basically as far as I can. That was that. That was not what I wanted to do. And we'll move this a little bit closer. Still need more pipe. Still need more pipe. Okay, that. So we need more silicon. So let's go eat, drink, be merry. Oh. See what time we have on the storm. How far out is the storm? 3 minutes. Okay, let's not eat, drink, and be merry right now. Let's go see if we can grab some silicon. Oh, ads. Yep. Yeah. Boom. Let's go here, see if we got any silicon. Oh, wow, okay. Silicon, silicon, silicon. Okay, there's silicon. Do we have any? Oh, we do. Good. Yes. Excellent. That's what I wanted. There we go. I will read that comment that I missed because OBS shrunk everything to a tiny thing here. Alright, what do we got? My greenhouse, I set up a fuel mixer to dump in N2 and CO2, then an active vent to pull out. Not sure how it will work long term. My thought was I should always be needing those two gases and we'll be pulling out the oxygen-rich air. Yeah, that's another good way of doing it. Because, yeah, like you said, you'll always be utilizing those two gases. And it'll be converted to oxygen. Yeah, that's definitely a good way of going about it. Alright, let's punch up another... I think another 100 pipe is fine. It's overkill because we're almost done with the project. I can actually probably... This is already hooked up, right? Yeah, this is hooked up. Guess what we're doing? Kick you on. Okay, we want... Ew, that's an issue. So this is actually... Okay. That's reducing the atmosphere, so that's a problem. Okay. Let's try moving it over this way. That actually might also be a problem if my N2 starts dumping. I should put the sensor away. Device not found. Still got the same problem. Okay. Alright. Turn you off. Okay, so that's definitely an issue. Let's I should have forethunk of that. Yeah, we can eat and drink and be merry right now. Forgot that's what I was going to go do. I get this fixed and then I can use the airlock again in the greenhouse. But my main base, not sure on that yet. Let's try and really dial it in. Yeah, that's probably good. And the main base, if you're an oxygen breather, probably basically just dump. Oop,
Hunger, caution.
I want cake. I want to finish up the birthday cake. Yeah, that's actually, you know, that's the nice thing about Stationeers. So many different ways to do the same thing. I love it. I absolutely love it. Oh yeah, my setup. Yeah, this one I've done something very similar to before, except I used volume pumps and passive vents, which was kind of silly, but I guess it uses potentially less. No, I don't think it uses less energy because it's the duration. Let's see. Let's bring up my Googles. Oh gosh. There go my frames. Okay, so on the... Really hard to tell, actually. On this wall, I don't have any cables, so that's what I really wanted to check. So, that is why I love watching others, and I see all the cool designs. Yeah, so, yeah, definitely, I'm, everybody has a different way of thinking, and that's where... Whoa, my goodness. Where that this comes in handy. So it'd be fun in, I think multiplayer would be super awesome. I haven't done any of that, but... So I'm going to move the sensor away from the vents, so hopefully that will be good enough to... Whoa! Help us with our little issue here. Okay. Don't make me use my jetpack here. Can't even barely see. Let's go down now. There. Okay, so that... Alright, so now I should be able to punch this up. Oh, now it's a ratio thing, isn't it? Is it a ratio thing? No, it's definitely not a ratio thing, so I don't know why this is flagging on and off. The directions are correct, though. The directions are correct. Your furnace is a nice setup. Solve the silo issue I was running into. Yeah, I haven't done the multiplayer either. Yeah. Yeah, that I ran into that silo issue and it bothered me, and then eventually I was able to figure out that the digital flip-flops solve that issue. It can be a little bit clunky, but it got there for sure. So I'm really happy with the result, even though it feels like an over-engineered solution. But if it works, is it really over-engineered? Probably, but still. There we go. Nitrogen. Go. Wait, why is it trying to dump oxygen? Oh. Yeah, I don't have a max ratio, do I? Or do I have it? Oh, you know, maybe I got the logic set wrong. Alright, let's check our pipes, make sure that I got these hooked up right. We have nitrogen, we have carbon dioxide, we have oxygen, and we have the waste line. Okay. Now let me... Yeah, oxygen should definitely not be on, so I may have reversed the logic on that. Set less than... ratio oxygen. Set less than if A is less than R15 ratio oxygen less than am I ratio oxygen ratio nitrogen ratio wah huh okay let's just make sure that I should have complained if I can't pull that data. Ratio oxygen, yeah. O2, yeah, set CO2, N2. So CO2 should be turning on because it is less than 20% ratio. All right. So 30, 20, 20. 30, 20, 20. So nitrogen should not be turning on, which is not turning on. CO2 should be turning on because it is less than 20%. And oxygen should not be turning on because it is well over 30%. Oops, wrong button. Enable O2. This is... maybe that's my problem. Maybe I'm... no, that shouldn't... yeah, so nothing should be turning on at all, if that was the case. Load into R15. Maybe... you know what? Maybe I need to do something like this. Not reuse any of these. And then set less than. Right? And these are anding. So and. Enable. O2. Enable. O2. And R11. So set less than max pressure. So this is probably what's flagging the O2 on. O2 is here, N2. Oh. I see my problem. I see my problem. Typo, I forgot the carbon. Okay. Export. There we go, that looks more better. Yeah. It means all these are screwed up too. Okay, well, that's fine. Yep. Export. 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 There we go. Okay, fixed all the code. So yeah, now we're dumping more CO2 in. Up to a minimum of 20%. So we are, yeah, it's going to take a little bit to propagate over here. But we are creeping up. That'll work. So pretty soon here we should see. Yeah, I'm glad it was something simple. It was, yeah, always happens to be something stupid like that. Although I still got to figure out my cooling valves for my different gases in my atmospheric room flag too. Okay, so my vent should turn off here soon. There we go. Carbon dioxide off. Nitrogen off. Okay, carbon dioxide, yeah, it's right on the edge. And that's the behavior I expect to see as it circulates through the room. Realistically, it would make more sense to actually circulate, put the waste vent further away, but whatever. Okay, so now I'm bringing the pressure down, probably 65 might be a little overkill, if I'm being honest. That's actually pulling air out
Temperature high.
remarkably.
Temperature high.
Oh.
Temperature critical.
Oh. What's the temperature of that carbon dioxide? Yeah, that's a little toasty. That's a little toasty. Just for those that aren't hip with the Celsius. That is 644 degrees Fahrenheit. So that's like a self-cleaning oven. Okay, all right. Well, there we go. Okay, and let's go ahead and we will throw our pipes here for now. There's more to be done with that, but we got one started. Okay, these are all full stacks, right? It's my OCD, if you want to call it that. probably not stand right there. They said air conditioner is now going to get a workout. Sensors, check that with the rest of them. Okay, so we got one. Ooh, that's a good question. Oop. Don't want to get too close to that when it turns on. Oh crap! Oh, you're right. The furnace is right there. So, let's see how I want to do this. Now this other room over here has no, as far as I know, no atmospheric connection at all. I don't even think I got the pink line coming over here. So, if I were going to do that, I would have to dig a proverbial trench. I think I would do probably on the floor over here. So, yeah. That wouldn't be too bad. At least it'd be by the air conditioner. That's a plus. Now, the other thing that I still haven't quite figured out is I've got liquid hydrochloric acid in here. I'm trying to figure out why it's not really evaporating. Hydrochloric acid. So we're dealing with room temperature. So we'll just say 20 degrees. Oh, I see, because it's above 33 kPa. Fascinating. Okay. But there's almost nothing in the atmosphere. It's all condensed into that pipe. That's what's kind of hilarious about the whole situation. Nothing condensed into the room. It's all in that pipe. Literally. 2 liters. Yeah. Yep. Oh, hey, that's another thought. That's another thought. Is have the air conditioner blow the cool air into the waste pipe. That'd be funny. Okay, so if we're going to do that, let's get the vents, get what we need. We need a stack of vents. I need a chip. And I need a housing and a sensor. We need a boatload of pipes, but I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to continue this trench over here and take it all the way here. If I remember right, this room is basically embedded in the ground, so I might be okay. Yeah. I really did not think of how I was going to have my maintenance tunneling thing going on here. So, yeah, we will do the same thing over here. Act vent. All 4 of them. AC housing. There. Let's see, this is going to be... I don't know how much draw this system is. It's under 5 kilowatts, though. We can put the... I'm gonna put it right here, so it'll still be in the system. Oh, right. Yeah. Okay. These are all gonna be named, so that's not a problem. Yep. Okay. Love that you can intersect a pipe like that. I wish you could do that with chutes, if I'm being honest. How did you do your airlock to not cycle when it doesn't need to? Actually, it still cycles. I haven't done any. I just smacked the button to cancel the. I short cycle it all the time. That's what it ends up happening. How do I want to do this? Okay. Okay, got walls. I should put down some walls. That's what I should be doing. Yeah. I've gotten into the bad habit of doing it. So much so that there've been a couple times where I came in from outside and, yeah. I did a dumb. I polluted my base more than once just because of that. Alright, so we are... Yep, there we go. So double click that, so I just canceled the cycle. I do want to set up a custom chip that basically has a pass-through, so it opens both doors with a gas sensor on each side, and if it detects a contamination of some kind, that it would close the doors and return to a normal function. Okay. This might actually help me cool my carbon dioxide down a little, I think. Maybe. 338, though. That's quite a hefty amount. Okay, let's grab the plastic, because I'm going to need some of those. I'm going to rip this one up real quick and see if it'll let me... Can I put the plastic sheet there? Nope, I need to pull the wall up first. Okay, let's pull the wall up. Okay, and now we can do this. There we go. This way I can keep going straight until I hit that, then I take a right. That's my thought there anyway. And this was a flat wall. Get down there. I don't know if it actually matters because it's a flat wall. Okay, so we can keep burrowing until we hit that. We take a right, and then so cycle, cancel. Bam. All right, and then well, this I can already see. Ooh, I probably should, like I said, I should probably put a wall down. Yeah. Oh, okay. Oh, right. You know what? Silly me. Yeah, let's put the chip down. So that's ready to go. Oh. This is one of the... Okay. It's not doing anything, but... Housing. Oh, just drop the sensors there. As it blows away into the wind like a tumbleweed. What did I do with the other active vent? Oh, right, because I slapped one out there. Alright, yep. Okay. Drop that down again. Pipes. That. We need that. We need that. We need that. We need that. Am I out of steel? Wait. Felt like okay. I guess 100 pipes doesn't feel like what 100 pipes used to. Or I mistyped it. Maybe I didn't. Maybe only... I don't know. I still got some. I don't know. Okay. We're gonna go back to... seal off the base, just in case I make a boo-boo. That only works so long. Okay, let's put this on, just in case I make a boo-boo. And we're just gonna wrench our way through. Best we can. Okay. Pull that back out. We're gonna have to mine through everything. Mine through everything. Well, maybe not through everything, but... Do this. Slow and steady. Slow and steady. Still haven't... Oh, there we go. We found the edge here. So how do you like Venus? I haven't tried it yet. It's not too bad. It is far more challenging than any cool planet. I haven't tried anything like Mimas and stuff like that. That might be a different story. I think it's Mimas? The one that you have like no solar. That would be a different kind of challenge. Oops, you know what? I screwed that up. I need to be able to get to those. Oops. So I'm overdoing the frames. Just an old thing there. Okay, so let's check our atmospherics. We're good. We are good. Yeah, I'm just gonna open one door. I got... Great, so that'll help with that. Frames, come here, frames. The next one I want to try doing is Vulcan. That fascinates me in its own challenges. Venus, yeah, definitely presented a challenge to me because I just for fun I did like a brutal Mars, and after all the failings of Venus, it was a cakewalk. The hardest part was realizing what my shortcomings were going to be, because I did it blindly. I'd never done a brutal Mars, and it's yeah, basically falls down to the oxygen more than anything. Yeah, Vulcan is it's pretty cool. It's got a very good ambiance to it for sure, and I definitely want to try it sometime. So that's probably going to be my next brutal series after I've done optimizing, well, not optimizing, but automating all my stuff. I want to automate the traders too, to some extent, especially maybe sooner than later, because I've been having such a hard time finding Silenol. I might have it auto searching the traders until it finds it and calls them down automatically. That's already done. Oh, I haven't. Right, because I just dropped those down. Okay, so let's open this up, set flatten. Do this just to... Okay, didn't I say set flatten? I just want to make sure that I got all... Uh-oh. Uh-oh. That is hydrochloric acid condensing, so I've got a leak somewhere. It's either that or I've got pockets. I might have pockets coming out of the dirt as I mine it. So there's that. Okay. Weld up. Okay. Yeah, we are condensing hydrochloric acid. I keep hitting the Windows key instead of Alt. I don't know what's wrong with me today. This temperature feels like it's still climbing. Oh, right. Come on. Alright. Let's jump up on the edge here. Nope. Stop sliding off. Okay. Get onesies here so I don't get stuck hitting on stuff. so we'll go ahead and we'll start sucking some hydrochloric out. And steel sheets, steel sheets. We need more steel sheets. What the world needs now is more steel sheets. I guess... Ooh, hang on. There could be a problem here. Let's do this. Let's close that off. Because that's the greenhouse. We probably don't want too much hydrochloric acid in the greenhouse. There we go. So that is this room. I need another door. Let me grab a door. Got one door. I need iron sheets to go with it. We're getting into the point where we're balancing our tools. Yeah, let's go in here. I died a lot at the start, but once I got started, it was a slow burn for a bit to get O2 roll. Yeah. Yeah, that was one of my challenges with Venus, and then eventually I figured out how to do that. But getting or extending it out anyway. Getting water was my #1 issue. And I think I still run into issues. Oh, crap. Let's put this down. Because I'm out of... I think that's... what am I doing here? Besides pulling more hydrochloric acid into the base. I think this right here is the airlock. So technically speaking, if I open this up, this shouldn't be a problem. Yep, that is the airlock. So let's switch this out. Let's pull the frames out. Okay, drop steel frame by steel frame. There. Do that. Do that. Do that. And I guess... yeah, let's start here. Okay, do this. Swap this out. Temperature's back down, so that's good. Oh, it's already fully welded. Oop, out of sheets. Okay. Back here to drill. There we go. Okay. Do another frame over there, another frame over there, then we will weld up the rest here. Vulcan has the same problem as well. No ISIS and no O2. Lots of resources though. Yep. The one thing that can be said, whoops, for Vulcan is you do have access to fuel real easy. That's another struggle I potentially had with Venus. It never became an issue, but it was always in the back of my mind that I was going to run out of fuel for my welding torch before I got to the arc welder. But then I realized the arc welder is actually not that difficult to make. Battery and power was actually my problem at that point. Okay, so there's that. So let's put in our door, which is sitting over here. We want a manual hatch. Right there. Pull that up, and boom. We now have a manual hatch airlock for this area. Okay. My goodness, this is going to be a lot of pipe here. Pressure is actually really low. That might be okay. That might be okay, now that I'm thinking about it. Because hydrochloric acid liquefies at this pressure and temperature, so... Yeah, that'll work. Methane... Oh, that's temperature. That's temperature thing. Okay. So the other room must be heating up if I'm evaporating my alcohol off. Yep, that's okay. That is okay. I am going to actually look at my brown pipe because I got to make sure that I'm not overpressurizing that. Which the active vents can't actually do. That's a good thought to remember. Okay, I'm okay with that. I can't actually shut this off. Can't shut the system off without popping the lid. Interestingly enough, I feel like these should all be running right now. I feel like these should all be running right now, so I might have to put an additional provision if the pressure is too low to actually kick on. Oh yeah, so the ratios are right. That's okay. Yep. All right. That's the thing. Alright, so yeah. Yeah, the way I had it, I don't want the pressure to drop too much on the automatic system, but I do have over here where I am pulling all the atmosphere through here, which of course that's limited by everything here, but I'm going to have a big inrush because I'm actually going to crack this open, leave this open. I'm going to pull atmosphere through here. So we're going to, there we go. So hopefully this doesn't blow me down. And this, do I want to, I might just lay the pipes on the floor here. That might be fine. There we go. This might be okay. So this is as far as this trench is going to go for today, for now. Oh, there's a big old hole there from when I excavated this room out, but I don't think that's going to be a problem. Because I vacuumed this entire section. Oh, that's probably not good then. Maybe I don't know if I lied or if it's just another pocket or pulling it out of the pipe. I don't know. Whatever, we're going to seal it off right now. And then my nose is running away. One moment. Okay, nose decided he just wanted to run. Pop that, pop that, pop that. Okay. Alright, do that. Now we're filtering the garbage out. Both rooms. So, not ideal that I'm stuck in my suit again, but this is all for a better thing. So we're gonna brown pipe. By straight 10. Oh, darn you. Curses. Okay. 5, 3, 1, and an elbow. And doesn't really matter who's next. There's that. 5. There we go. And yeah, there we are. 3. Straight and then an elbow. Definitely went the wrong way to get to the elbow. Here, there's that. This is ready to go. As soon as I've got all the pipe. Which all the pipe might be a thing. So that's... Okay, we don't need the plastic sheets at the moment, so let's put that up. I am done with the frames for the moment and the steel sheets for the moment. I can put away the regular pipes because I'm not planning to use those. Actually, bring that down. This was, what's this? Oh, the backpacks. That was for the mining adventure. Oh, right, the outposts. I'll set that there. That's fine. Okay, now we can carry as many pipes as we, well, think we need. Ha ha ha. Okay. Oop, stop climbing the ladder. Well, let's get montage in here. Bam. Ah, no. Woohoo! No, that one. Okay, 5, 3, 1, and an elbow. Definitely went the wrong way for the elbow. Let's at least go straight through the door here. And we have a T here. This way, elbow. We gotta combine our forces here. And 3. Okay. 5. Ooh, perfect. Okay, that one is ready. Top off all our stacks. Yeah, definitely not going to have enough to get everything. Ratio-wise, carbon, no, 20%, right? 20, 20, 30? Okay. Yeah, so nothing else matters to this. But we'll get started with some of these. Five. Straight, elbow. Okay, let's go over here. We will T here, elbow up. 2. Need more insulated pipe. Cannot be merged. And 3, I don't have the excess for that. I guess technically speaking, I can woohoo! Pop out of there like a maniac. Turn this on. I don't have anything labeled. Vent. N2. O2. CO2. Okay, try that again. Turn that back on. Am I... Sensors... That's there. Do I...
Hunger caution.
I have multiple... I don't think I have multiple gas sensors on this network. I don't think I do. Let's reset that. Do I have the code? This code should be correct. Yeah, that's the one that's up to date. Min pressure 65, that's why. Okay, we're below the minimum threshold pressure. Which still tells me that I'm doing something wrong, because it should tell me, or should be trying to load gas in, even if it's out of ratio. At least that's my thoughts on that. We need the million ratio, but we also need pressure. Okay, we need yet more pipe. We can make another 158, so we'll make another 100. Hydraulic pipe bender. Okay, this one. Pick this back up. Let's go ahead and cycle this. We will remain. We will actually use it as an airlock. We do have a little bit of hydrochloric acid, but I don't think that's going to be a problem. Yeah, very minimal. Alright, so take this off. Eat, drink, be merry. My hygiene's going to go down so much because of the suit. Cake. Everybody loves cake. Cakes have layers. Alright. Should probably go ahead and switch out the tank here. While I'm thinking about stuff like that, let's change out the battery in the mining drill. I don't have a nuclear battery. Actually, I take that back. I think I do have a nuclear battery. It's just not in this battery charger. There it is. There it is. Okay. Alright, Trader. Trader Joe's. What we got? Star Smelters, Stellar Sprouts, Asteroid Eats. That's unfortunate. That is unfortunate. Now, I mean, I am really pushing hard on the cooling system again. This, I should also come up with a... Are you struggling? Okay. That's... Yeah, alright. I need to bring some water over here. Good to know. Good to know that I need to bring some water in here. Oh, what do we got here? Oh, Busted Knuckles, thank you for the Prime sub. I appreciate it very much. And, well, ad break. Well, I'll say it again here in a minute, just in case. Just in case. Why do I have a nitrogen pipe just sticking up right there? That's... Oh, right, because I wanted to, yeah, bring it to the greenhouse. Actually, ooh, geez, I don't know. I got this airlocked off, right? So very minimal hydrochloric acid. What am I looking at here? Oh, that's the... Yeah, okay, that's the... Why do I even have this open? I don't need that open anymore. Okay, we need water. Do I have a water pipe in here? Oop, 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 oop. No, we're not going through that. We need to preserve the airlock. Because the air over there is tainted. Actually, this direction I could blow the airlock if I really wanted to. Yeah, back from ads, so I'll say it again. Bucket. Busted Knuckles, thank you for the Prime sub. I really appreciate it. Okay, we have pressure in all the pipes. Oh, wait, oh, that's the coolant. That's coolant. It's coolant line. Do I need the water? Or can I bring it over? Is that sufficient? That's the ultimate question. I think that might be okay if I just bring it over. Shouldn't I put a door here? I feel like if I put... Ooh, yeah. I should put a door here. Yeah. I feel like a door is needed. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah. And then do what I did over here and put a ladder, shooting ladder thing. Yeah, definitely. Okay. Nitrogen. Let's get some nitrogen over here. This is going to be even worse off than anybody else. Straight. Corner. Load it up, light a match. That's not a T junction. That's a T junction. Okay. Felt like I had more than that. 10. 5. 1. Oh, right, because I didn't finish this off. 3. There we go, that's polished off. Now, Oxygen, you're our final contestant. And eventually we will rewrite the... Oh, yep. Rewrite the code to inject air. Okay. Let's get the T junctions proper. Now, obviously with this one, I could go straight up, but then it's different than the rest, and I don't know if I can handle something that's different than the rest. Like this. Put them all in the same spot and then bridge the gap over here because we don't want it to be different than the rest. Okay, so let's check that we've got pressures. We have pressure, we have pressure, we have pressure, we have pressure. So we are good there. Okay, excellent. I should light up the room too at some point. Do I want to maybe put a ladder or something around here? I don't know. Feel like access to the maintenance tunnel might be a good thing, but let's see. Okay, so this is running, ready to go. Let's revisit that code. So let's also, we have a pressure here, right? Okay, so we have our minimum pressure, we have our maximum pressure. You know what? Let's do this. Set less than, so R10 if our R12, which is our current pressure reading, is below minimum pressure, then we will also, so we're going to AND these already, then we're going to OR EnO2 with EnO2 and R10. OR enable nitrogen, or R10. Enable CO2, or R10. So this way, if we are low on pressure, then it will try to inject it. Which, for better or for worse, we'll see what we get here. This should all turn on, blow in, pressure should climb. Temperature will probably go ridiculously high. Now that's another thought, is temperature critical applications, maybe maybe the temperature is a problem. But this will take it up to 65. We're going to blow through here. We're going to rewrite the code down here. Rewrite the code to the other 3 chips that are laying on the floor. There it is. That was weird. Okay, pull this. Boom. Pull this out. Export. Boom. So this should start dumping. Yep. And then we go over here and export. 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 Okay, so we got version 3 of the code. This will not work for the greenhouse. So that's something, yeah, look at the temperature just skyrocketing in here. We are definitely going to be pushing the cooling system to its maximum. Yeah, we can see we got some fun stuff going on here. Okay, how are we doing here? Yeah, I'm just trying to think. I guess we can turn this guy off. We'll see if the filtration actually starts happening. Because what's our concentrations of hydrochloric acid are very low, so that's good. All of it being in this pipe. So I wonder if maybe it'd be worth putting a drain in here. Maybe put a drain on all of these. As we get the pressure up. Hang on, where's the... Okay, we're trying to get it up to 65 kPa. We'll be turning off here soon. Yeah. Okay. Yep, we need Tylenol. Keep going through here. I can. Oh right. Walls. We need floors. I can't access the control panel from this side. There we go. Oh, still fell through the floor. Let me just blow through because they open from both sides here. Alright. Wall. Geometric wall? Or flat wall? I might do a geometric. Correction, maybe I'll just do a wall. Let's make it... red might be a little excessive. Red might be a little excessive. You know what? Brown. Let's see how that looks. I mean, it's the ore processing room. It's going to be a dirty room, right? Let's see. Four. Feeling like 4 would be a good work path. I don't know. It's gonna look goofy, I guess. Gonna look goofy all around. Guess where the geometric wall and stuff would come in handy. I don't know. And that's shoot, it's plastic. We need plastic sheets. Alrighty. Got some plastic sheets to lay down. I have no idea how this is going to look, but whatever. I am definitely heading out. Have a good evening. Like and set up. Hopefully catch you next time. Alright, thank you for stopping in. I appreciate it. Yep, hopefully catch you next time. This looks silly. How silly is that? It looks pretty silly. The color's not bad. I'll give it that. That's actually turned out a lot nicer than I thought it would. I don't know about the actual design of it, though. But adds something to this room. Or maybe... yeah, I don't know. I don't know how I want to handle that. Okay, we're back to sucking out, pushing in. Okay. And, oh, yeah. How's our 79% stress? Yeah, I think... well, I can experiment with it. I'm gonna put a drain on this. Gonna put a drain on this just to see how bad of an idea that really is. And if it's not that bad of an idea, then I might do a little bit more with it. So drain. Liquid drain. I'm going to go ahead and order up 5 of these because, you know, I'm going to have cooling systems and this works. I'm going to use it on all of them. Iron and copper. There's copper and there's iron. And I want one when it's... can't. There we go. Active liquid output. Passive liquid inlet. Passive liquid drain. Do this and see what happens. Bam! Yep, gonna fill up right here. And hopefully that will start, definitely dumped the liquid out of this network. Dumped it all onto the floor here, which evaporated into the air. So that being said, the concentration of hydrochloric acid in the atmosphere might be a problem. Well, the temperature is the problem right now. It looks like it is coming down. And this being close enough to this vent, I think most of it's ended up in here, so we might be okay. This might actually work like I thought it would. Okay. Alright. The atmospheres are basically the same. So do that. We have the... oh, that's for that. Where is the... Hang on. So this pipe runs all the way over here, but where's it, where does it exit? Does it actually... There's no stress. Oh, there it is. It is behind the locker. I guess what I could do, would make sense to do anyway, would be to pop this and we'll just look at this network. Okay, so we got a little bit of liquid, not too bad. I'm going to go ahead and put a drain on it, though. Oh, right. That's over here. And still sheets. Okay, so put the drain. Yeah, do it over here. Up there. Okay. There we go. Looking good. Looking quite good. And this was all for decontaminating the atmosphere, which I don't know if it's... Well, I mean, obviously I do that a lot anyway. I think we're okay. So... temperatures are a thing. Yeah. Let's go ahead and got the liquid. Yeah, I'm gonna put that out there. Oh, this brown wall can be there. That's fine. All right. Next. Insulated pipe. We definitely don't have enough. We need more steel. I'm pretty sure that I've got steel somewhere. Well, maybe I gotta go outside and grab some. Yeah, that's maybe what we should do is go to the outpost and get some more ore. But that being said, let me drop this here. because that's where it's going. Let's take a look at our traders. Cosmic concoctions, asteroid sires. Nope. Okay. Now, I think putting the atmospherics over here would actually make sense. Because I got the pipe going here, which we can run a little bit more. There's stuff there. This is too close to the greenhouse, which actually... we could put all the stuff right here, too. So, let's... I didn't bring anything with me. Yes, I'm a genius. Okay, we need... active vent. We need a chip. We need sensors. We need housings. Okay. Chip, sensor, housing, sensor. Got that. Yeah. Okay. Okay. All right. We have everything. Just gonna blow the airlock. Doesn't super duper duper matter. And then we're gonna do same thing we always do, Pinky. Just gonna put a drain over here. So basically gonna put it on every single atmospherics kit. And over here we will do this. Okay. Oh, that worked out beautifully. That. We will put the housing right here. And then we can put the sensor right there. You know what? Let's rotate that. And we'll put it on this guy right here. That's the way we want it. I don't have enough cable for this, but we can get started. Oh, maybe I do have enough cable for this. Just not if we want to do an active vent. Okay, there's that. So let's go ahead and name this. This is vent. This is N2. This is O2. This is CO2. And this, I can, well, I'd say I could take everything off, except I don't have the space. Oh, right. Yeah. You really got me. Because this is so hot, I don't want to be contaminating. Didn't I poke those down? Oh, dummy! I didn't put the elbow on. I'll just put the. I forgot to put the elbow on. There's that. Put that on. There's that. And there's that. There we go. Boy. Do I have any more floating around? I don't have any more floating around. There might be some over in the atmosphere. We can probably... C2. oxygen, nitrogen, and waste. Okay. Alright, so this will work for everybody except for the oxygen. The oxygen, that will not work. You, pull you up. And we will do that. 5, 3, that'll actually work. Okay. This is the one that matters the most at this moment. Okay, that one's good. Now, carbon dioxide is going to be here. Five, 3, 1, go. And then there's that. Okay. Now nitrogen. It's gonna be a weird one, weird spot. 1, 2, 5, 1, 2. Okay, the nitrogen's all set. You, pop you. Okay. What's that? Okay, we will elbow up from here. Put a single section on. And then we will do a 3-section pipe. Bam, just like that. So now that is all hooked up. We will verify that we have pressure, we have pressure, we have pressure, we have pressure. So there we go. That is beautiful. Beautiful spaghetti. Okay. So we're cycling. And then all we need to do is kick this on. We are sucking in and we are putting carbon dioxide out into the air. It's very hot, by the way. But it'll get it up to 20%. And that's okay. I don't think the temperature's going to be too big of a deal. For now. We get up to 20, 20, and yeah. Yeah, so it's getting a little warm, but it's not terrible. It's still breathable. Now that being said, we could T-junction some vents and stuff over here. I don't have the vents that I need. Okay. Let me grab another set of vents. There's a set of vents. And we'll need a chip. We have the sensors. So we can get this ready to go. And we will mirror everything over here. I think this will be okay. I can go one more if I need to. So let's see if this will be fine first. Oh, good. It will be. There you go. So now we can rename these vent. N2. O2. That's not how that's spelled. And CO2. There we go. And we can... 5. Can't make it over there. Start with 3. And we might have enough. We might have enough. Okay, there's that. So we're gonna have to put our I think it's safe to do that. Yep, okay, we're safe to do that. Let's put our IC housing, that's a sensor. IC housing down. There. Boom. That's actually ridiculous. And I need to pull this up just so I can... It's type 4. It's type 4? Okay, I see type 4 with a crash. Well, that was crazy. That's not what we need. This is the one. Okay, we can do that. I'm gonna leave that like that for now. I have to figure you out. Maybe update you with new code. But this is ready to go. We'll get a sensor. Don't have a gas. I have a gas sensor over here, but I don't know if it's actually hooked up to anything. Network-wise, maybe it is. Well, first what I'll do is I'll try not plugging it in. So maybe that'll work. Maybe that'll work. Oh my goodness! Smashed my face into the... Okay, so we're still... Okay, we're doing good in here. Oh. Yeah, let's do this. I don't have what I need for the white pipe. But I think I need 2 pipes. Let's do that. I need the wrench. Oh, there's that. Then we have this. Pull that back out. Then that. There we go. So now I can technically do the same with the greenhouse. I can seal that off. That will be good. Okay, we've got a temperature problem in here, but that's a me problem more than anything. Well, keep that there because we don't necessarily know. Slop that down. Don't have... Okay. We're trying to push pressure in here. Oh, cable. That's what I wanted. It's cable. That's why I came in here. Good. This will work. I think, yeah. Okay, there is a sensor. So we are trying to bring carbon dioxide up. Oh my goodness, that's cooking. That is cooking. Carbon dioxide is okay. So it should actually shut off here. Yeah. Okay. So it definitely is cooking over here. This is oh yeah. Okay. Water. We need to do the water thing. We're gonna let the Some of the stuff go here. This is... yeah. Got water over here. Let's check our temperature on the water. This is 4 liters. I have insulated water pipes. Not water pipes, liquid pipes. Insulated liquid pipes. There's got to be some floating around. You know, I forgot to check Larry. No, oh, good. He's a good boy. He's doing what he's supposed to be doing. Here, unattended, all by himself in the basement. The biomass, we're running out of control here. Good. We are 28 liters of water, so we are definitely making progress there. Now, cardboard box, electronic parts, stuff. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so we don't have any insulated plumbing. That's unfortunate. Now, how about upstairs here? You know, I got a bunch of crap laying around, so maybe I'll get lucky. Maybe. No, probably not. Probably not. Okay. Alright. So in that case, what we can do is we can do this. We can pop that and just go straight. We can do that. Now this will give us some water. What's our temperature over here? 25. Okay, we can do that. This is about bringing the temperature down. Okay. 44 degrees and increasing. Because we're condensing a little bit there. Okay. All right, that's a lot. But that'll get us where we need to go. Drop you. Cycle. Okay. Okay, we have the portable kit. And we'll just charge it through here for now. Okay, now I need to make a portables connector. Oh, good lord. Good lord, the temperature is way too much here. Way too much. These things are going to be saying, heck no. Heck to the no. Heck to the no. So let's, yeah. It's because of, yeah, okay. It's trying to put pressure in here. That's... Damn it. What's this? No, I think it's telling me the... Yeah, how many plants am I going to kill off? Alright, well, let's... Okay. Put this extra on the shelf. Yep. Okay. Insert that. Tomatoes are another one that like to die pretty quick. The other one that likes to die really quick. Oh, wait. corn has a tendency. Pumpkins have a tendency. So tomatoes are definitely dying. Sugarcane's also... You know what? I probably should make some oil regardless. That was probably stupid. We're going to throw those there. Make some oil. Okay, what else? Pumpkins are definitely not happy. Tomatoes are definitely probably going to die. Definitely probably. Write that down. Everything else might be okay. We are kind of borderline on the temperature, so... Looks like the temperature's coming back now. So we do need to consider... Well, for one, my input gases are way too hot, so I do need consideration there. Okay. Okay, that crisis over. Let's see about getting some portables connector and some plumbing. So do I have a portables connector just laying around? It's kind of not looking like it. Not looking like it. And that's okay. That's okay. We can print some off. Portable connector. Portables connector. Let me just go ahead and 5 and... That's a good question. Connector, portables connector. I'm assuming that is made from a height bender. Yep. Pipe bender. Okay. 1. That's what I need. Plumbing. There's liquid pipes. Interesting. That's probably sufficient though. Temperature in there is crazy. Again, my input gases are way too crazy in temperature. I'm going to oops, connector. We want to flip that out. There we go. That was the other way that I was doing it. This will be a little bit more bulk. Bam. You're going down. Well, that's not what I want. Okay, 0.5. It's because the plants over here are taking them all. That's okay. That is okay. And 2 liters, so that's basically all. That's okay. Well, temperature actually has come down quite a bit. So that's cool. Where's our shadow? Looks like it's early in the morning, so maybe we should... Oh, gosh. Gosh, Mickey. Just drop a bunch of crap. This is... for that. Grab this, this, that's fine. Let's do that. Okay, let's go ahead and exit. Turn the air conditioning on. Eat, drink, be... Ah, you know what? That's really terrible timing. It is absolutely terrible timing. Let's go check over here. We have gone through most of our stuff. What are we doing over here? We have more backpacks, so let's go ahead, open that up. Oop, I got a box. I got a box. Give me the mining backpack. Okay. Give me another box. Okay. Go, and yeah. So these two boxes go. This is for shoots and stuff, which we'll all shoot it out here. Let's go check our steel. How are we doing on steel? 1. We do have some steel in there. Don't have any more silicon. Actually, that's not necessarily true. Aha! Look at that. We do have silicon. That's beautiful. That is absolutely beautiful. Now, I do remember. Yeah. There could be a problem with my steel production. Oh, dropping more frames again. That's nice. The steel could get stuck because the flip-flop might. Yeah. Yep. Could get stuck because of the flip-flop. So let's write the code. Temperature. So we need more. $200 insulated pipes. 200 insulated pipes. Let's go. Okay, so we have a temperature problem. So yeah, we'll check the. Okay, this is doable. Run in here, eat, drink, be merry. And then we will consider our options.
Hydration critical.
Yeah, hydration critical. Imagine that. Okay. Finish off our cake. Okay, now switch back over to bread, which is probably going to rot before we're done, because I don't actually have it stored properly. Now let's pull this up and look here. So, define max temp as a matter of Celsius. So we don't want it to go basically above 40. It's kind of what I'm thinking. So 273 plus 40 is our defined temperature range. So 313. So do not import gas if room temp greater than this, right? So we also need a max temp, so we can switch this back over to 15 as the temporary variable for everything. Okay. Right. There we are. So R11 becomes R14. R10 can be R13. Okay, we also... Okay, so that's pressures. Alright, so let's load R15 ref sensor temperature. Okay. You know what? Let's alias temp OK. Alias pressure low. Alias pressure high. Right? So set less than. So if our pressure is less than pressure okay. So set greater than minimum pressure okay. That's not pressure okay. So let's make R14. So if our sensor pressure is less than this, so pressure okay. All right, and then pressure low. That's our R13. Okay, and then set less than, so temp okay. So if R15 is less than max temp, so order of operations I think is very important here. So we're gonna or the pressure. Yeah, so enable and pressure okay means we're not exceeding the maximum pressure. Or if pressure's low, but I think we also need to and, right? Or to O2 temp okay. Yeah. So I think that's where we're at here. So we're also going to do this. If the temperatures are out of control, we are not going to inject more air, even though that could potentially help us. Now that being said, I feel like the exhaust set greater than exhaust above my minimum pressure. Temperature wise, enable exhaust if it's above min pressure. Okay, hang on. Set less than. Okay, so here's my thoughts. So we turn the exhaust off if the temperature, let's see, so, and enable exhaust. So enable exhaust and temp okay. However, if in this case, let's set equals 0. R14. Set R14 equal if pressure OK is equal to 0. So this will flag on if the pressure's too high, is what that means. So in this case, if the pressure is too high, it doesn't matter if our temp or, well, technically our pressure needs to be. If it's too high, then it's not too low, obviously. So we can or enable exhaust with enable exhaust and R14 or 14. Okay, so I think this is the code we actually want. So I can test that with this guy, because he will be a little bit more forgiving. So let's drop this and turn you on.
Temperature high.
Okay. So your temperature's too high, so we're not doing anything. What do I have? That was weird. Okay. So if this temperature is too high, we're not going to inject any air or suck any out. If the pressure gets too high, this will suck out. Okay, so we're pulling in CO2. Okay, so that's probably okay. Now, I don't know how this is going to treat it. So how are we doing over here? We're happy again. We're happy again. Okay, doesn't look like we lost any crops, so that's good. Temperature's fine in here, so now we can try once more this code. And see if it's acceptable for the greenhouse. Oops. Okay, so we're gonna push some hot air. Temperature's climbing. This is above, so that should shut off. Okay, so we are experiencing a little bit of hot right here. We're gonna kind of edge it. So this seems to be okay. So it's still going to attempt to bring the level up. Now, there's a problem with this. If the air conditioning can't keep up, that's another big concern. Oh. Which I think we're about to that point. So my cooling system is severely overloaded. Yeah, this pollutant loop cannot do anything. So part of the problem with that is I have a water loop upstairs that is out of range. This is... yeah, so maybe I do need to set a maximum pressure on some of these. So how are we doing here? So... I'm always going to push harder. Actually, we should probably go upstairs. Yeah, let's do that. Let's go see. Maybe I need to introduce my Venusian atmospheric cooling devices. So we're gonna just right here. So this is still a little bit cooler than Venus. Go over here to the Silenol loop. So Silenol, we are out of, yeah, we need more Silenol. That would help tremendously, I think. So we're at 350 degrees here, which this at least looks like it has evaporated off, and yeah, so these are condensing to the best of their abilities. These have no liquid in them to evaporate. Wait a minute, hang on. I take that back. These suckers, yeah, so 5.9, 5.9, 5.9. So these are all up to temperature. So they're just not getting cooled off enough from here. So yeah, which, of course, if you look over here, I don't have Silenol. So that's really what I need is Silenol. It would make this all so much better. Okay. Alright, well, maybe that's the search for more Silenol. That's really what my limitation is at the moment. Okay, so we got the greenhouse hooked up. We're let it go for a little bit. Go over here to our atmospherics room. We should probably maybe rate. How would I want to do this? Maybe even right off the bottom of this, I could possibly do some. I don't know. Maybe up above. I could do it up above because all the pipes or all the different types of things are available up there. So yeah, that's probably where I should inject the air for this room. Now, running back and forth because I forgot to check the trader for one. I also don't have any. Oh, no, okay, darn. Nebula nucleus. I'm a little bit curious about that. Let's do that. So, I think for next time, I want to go ahead and see about putting a big dish up. So maybe I can find more traders. Oops, I forgot to turn off the AC in my suit. Oh well, I'm going back outside. So put up a large dish. Hopefully be able to call down bigger traders, bigger and badder. Yeah. We'll have to run and get our ore. Okay, so this definitely is that, and they want to buy a box of chocolates. I could actually probably do that. I might want to consider that. And then ores and fuel mixes. Okay, so maybe I'll do a box of chocolates. Life's like a box of chocolates. How are we doing in here? We're doing 200. We can kick this on. Heat this up a little bit. Yeah, barely moving. Luckily, I don't have to do too much with the with that because we've got a lot of heat in it. I'm going to go ahead and turn my radio off. I don't think we're doing Skywarn. Give me... Okay, take that off. Let's go ahead and... There's that, there's that. All of this. We do have lots of stuff going on here, so... We can put liquid pipes up because we don't need that. I think we're good with putting the plastic up for now. I want to grab this and seal in the... Yeah, okay. Chutes. I don't think I need to carry chutes on me. Alright, we need a chip. We need more vents. That's... Those are passive vents. Another passive vent. Okay, I do need more vents. Let's print off some more. Actually, 5 will be perfect. So, active vent. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Waste tank caution.
Waste tank caution, yeah. Gold and copper and iron, right? Gold, copper, and iron. There we go. Drop off some of this stuff. Need to make a trip out to the dig site. Or dig site, the mining site. Mining outpost. Pay less liquids. Ooh, that's very good. Well, let's go ahead and go straight up, see what we get. I'm kind of curious. Get some warm patches of air. I don't know how well this is going to work. We're going to see. Okay, so that's that was actually slightly better. So it tells me that a 60 azimuth might be... Actually, should set it to 45, and while that's going, let's increase this to, let's take it all the way to 180. Hopefully I can dial this in. And the one thing I always wonder is if the targets are moving. So we're going to do 45, 180. And I don't have a reader telling me where anything is, so it's a medium dish. It does take a fair amount of time. Okay. I'll spend a few minutes trying to pinpoint this, but... Come on. Go faster. Go faster. Okay. Alright, so I can already tell you that 180 degrees and 45 elevation is terrible. Terrible! Okay, we will keep it at 45 degrees elevation, but we will swing it around to 270 degrees azimuth. Let's see if that's any better. That's fascinating. So I'm going to go ahead and say that... Wait a minute. Payless. So that seems to be probably 180 degrees out of phase, at least. So that means that let's go to 360, I guess. Oh, okay, yeah. So let's go 360. I must have had, oh, you know, that probably is going to take like an very exact hit. I don't know if I'll be able to do that. There we go. It has come back onto the map. So that's a good sign. Okay, so Payless liquids. At 0 is also terrible. Alright. About equally as terrible. So you know what? It might almost be exactly on 90. So we'll try that. As far as the azimuth goes, then we'll try tweaking the elevation, which it does look like it was up better. It had a better signal when I had it straight at 0. So we'll take it to 15 degrees after this. 90. Hopefully better. Ooh, that is very, very beautiful. So we're very close. Okay. 8 degrees from contact. And yeah, this is going to have to be perfect. So 8 degrees or 5, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So let's go 91 just for fun. Let's see if that improved it or deproved it. We got enough time. I think we can dial it in. There we go. Okay, so that was 3.6. So that was worse. So then let's go decrease it by a couple of degrees that way. Wow, that was a fast reaction. Okay, so this is 5.7, so wow, okay, so that's about on peak, I would imagine. We'll decrease it one more. So now it's all on the elevation side of things. Pretty much. So 3.7, okay, that definitely dropped. So we will go increase 88, you know, actually gonna go to 89. So now we're going to go up 10 degrees here. That might be overkill. Take forever to adjust. Okay, that seems to be 5 degrees from contact. Okay. So, 35 here. So we're at 35, 89, and that is 5 degrees. 6634. Okay, we will go. We'll go down another 10. That might be overshooting it. Maybe not. We'll see. Okay, yeah, that definitely overshot it. So let's go to 30. That is slightly slower, so it's actually probably about at 40 degrees. 11 degrees. Yeah, my cooling system is very, very overwhelmed at the moment. I need more Tylenol. That's ultimately what I need. Okay, 1 degree from contact. We are. Oh my God! It doesn't get any more better than that. Oh, ooh, 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 ooh. There's gonna be a problem with that. There's gonna be a problem with that. There's gonna be a problem with that. I need more. I do have that, so let's go get my suit. I'm gonna have to bypass what I have set up. Okay, 40 degrees. I'm not gonna worry. Temperature's fine, so I'm not gonna worry about our CO2 concentrations in there yet. Alright, let's jump outside. Yeah, we're discharging. This is probably discharging faster than I can. Oh, that's a nuclear battery, so I might be okay. No, definitely not. We're gonna go ahead and let it crank out 5,000 watts. Okay, that might be okay. Oh, I need to get rid of you. You need to get out of here. You need to get out of here, sir. We don't serve your kind, or something like that. I don't know. We only got 40 hours in, so that sound coming. Oh yeah, yeah. Yep, those sounds are generally scary, unless you know exactly what's going on. So in my case, yeah, my cooling system is way overloaded, and I don't have to worry about anything rupturing because it's all pressure limited. Active vents are actually pretty cool because they have a built-in safety, so these can't overpressurize the pipe. However, interesting. Oh, that's from when I blew Tylenol into the base. Yeah, okay. That's leftover damage. 28% interrogated. Yeah, that's. I have to bypass that. Because what do we got? We got 60%. Yeah. Hopefully this doesn't reset the whole thing. Don't blow up. Damn it. Okay, that was fine. That was fine. That was actually probably the best place it could have blown. Here we go. As long as that didn't reset the process. Okay. Yeah, I knew it was going to blow a cable. Even though yeah. Didn't really make sense. Please. Please, please, please. Oh, crap. Crap. Let's... Not bypass this. Okay.
Temperature high.
Oh, shit. That actually... No. This is what I want to pull up, I think. We will... Yeah. Okay. Hopefully... Yeah. Okay. Really want to blow the airlock, but I can't afford to do that. I have enough contamination in the base as is. Heat and otherwise. I don't need more. So we will go ahead and we'll re-interrogate. Interrogate. Go. So I've got 13 minutes to interrogate, and that's at something like 488 seconds, which is less than 10 minutes still. But now, I'm going to be PO'd if they don't have Silenol on board. All that trouble I just went through. Let's go ahead and see how are we doing here with carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide is, yep, like I thought, reducing like crazy. Yeah, so the problem I'm running into here is my carbon dioxide is very hot, so I have to limit the amount that I throw into the greenhouse so I don't cook my plants, and my AC can't keep up with the heat, so I am gradually losing carbon dioxide in the greenhouse again. Of course, to be fair, I have way too many ferns going, but it's yeah, it's going to be a problem. Now, alright. Well, that being said, I guess that means I need to crack the glass over here. That way, the carbon dioxide can be distributed across multiple parts of the base. Because it's still 20% out here. I think we're actually good to pass through here. This is warm. Good. Okay, so... Oh, yeah, so this is matching. Right, so the other side of the base is hot. Okay, yep. That's... Alright. I found my brain! So... Yeah, the other side of my base is operating on old code for the air handler. What? Doesn't make any sense to me. have that hooked into? I must be pulling off the incorrect network. I don't have time. I got this just right. Is that a burnt cable? Burnt bot? What? Whoa. Yeah, that's burnt. Yeah. Why? That's coming. That's my input side of things. I don't... This doesn't make any sense. This should be pulling no more than 7,500. I mean, it's a lot, but... That's fine. I don't understand. All the other batteries are charged, so... What? Why did that blow? Pretty sure I accidentally opened my oxygen tank instead of my waste tank a second ago. That's definitely not good. That is, you need that to breathe. Pay less liquids. Let's try it again. Let's interrogate. Green light, green light, green light, green light, green light. Yeah, I don't know why that popped. That's ridiculous. Why would that pop? Green light, still green light. So I have an output limiter off that bus. Well, not necessarily off that bus. Supplying that bus. Huh. What? 7,500 watt. That's it. Okay, I guess I have to sit here and stare at the screen, basically. I want to call this guy down. Go ahead and throw that in there. Still green. Still green. Seven minutes. If it interrupts again, I'm not going to be able to call him down, I don't think, because if was it 486 seconds or somewhere in that neighborhood. So we're talking like 7.5 minutes. So if it interrupts again, we're no longer going to be able to call them down, which is irritating because I pinpointed that sucker in the sky. About as close as you can get. As a matter of fact, 7,500 watts out of 7,500 watts. You can't get any better than that. If I stare at the screen, it won't interrupt. Oh, that's ridiculous. Yeah, the first time I ran out of battery, and then the second time was something else. Maybe, oh, you know what? Maybe I popped two parts of the network, so maybe that's what went on there. Maybe that's what went on there, so we should be good now. We should be. But we know how should be works. 35%. It's a very long process. As many problems as I've had, I don't want to look away. 40%. All right. 20% in the last 2 minutes. I think if we might not actually have enough. Might not have enough. I'm gonna be so PO'd if that's the case.
Hunger caution.
I will starve to death. %. Okay, 417 or so. Let's see. You need more than 10% a minute. Okay, I think we got that. Yeah, like 20 seconds per 5%, so 40 seconds. Okay. So 40. Get another 4, so I need 160, which is just over under 3 minutes. Wait, we are cutting it close with all our mishaps, but I think we'll still be able to pull them down. So yeah, we'll pull them down. I might even go grab the. Maybe I'll eat, drink, be merry, put on the suit, and take a look and see if what we're gonna get next time. We might be doing Tylenol or Tylenol stuff. We'll see. We'll see. Okay, yeah, we should be good, right? I'm not crazy, right? Gonna be very tight. So 20% at 242. Well, that's 25.
Hydration critical.
Oh, you know what? This is going to be extraordinarily tight, or we're not going to make it. We're going to miss it by like 10 seconds. $242, $252. It's $242. 50 cents. Okay. Ooh, yeah. Talk about cutting it close. Talking it very, very, very close. So it's 52, it's 202. Okay, all right. We got it. We got it, but it's a lot closer of a margin than I care for. That's an achievement right there. I already got the achievement, but it's an achievement. I forget if it's within the last 30 seconds or the last 60 seconds, but we have both. We're gonna have both. Might even pop up down here because it likes to tell me that. Watch, it just randomly disappears at 25 seconds. Yeah, that was... Okay, come on down. 15 seconds left on the clock when we hit the button. That was nuts. That was very, very, very tight. Okay. Come on down. You fancy 6x6 you? Hello. Okay, we have. Yeah. What is so special about this 6x6 guy? Because I'm pretty sure that I've seen this stuff on 5x5s. Missing Cylonol. I mean, I guess it has huge quantities. But, yeah. No Cylonol. No Cylonol. Oh, that's aggravating. All that wasted effort. All that wasted effort. Okay, well, we know what we're doing next time. Large dish. Large dish. Cylonol. Turn off the AC, run back, eat, drink, be merry, and go to bed. That was unfortunate that that happened. I was hoping we were going to get some Cylonol. I got some Cylonol, and our cooling system is would be back on track. Because right now my Cylonol loop has run out of liquid. It can't condense fast enough. Can't evaporate enough, actually, is what the problem is. Because there's no liquid to evaporate. DK is at 78%. Yeah, this is definitely going to rot before we finish it up, so... it is... It's annoying! I thought we had it. Whatever. Guess that's what I get. Alright, thank you for turning on so we can take a shower. So, large dish, get Cylonol, and work on our cooling system, I think is the next thing. Definitely, because we are losing the battle. Very, very slowly losing the battle on that. So, anyway, I'm going to call it there for the night. So, I'd like to thank everybody for watching, and we will catch you next time.